vertical analysis, and with this type of analysis, I'll start with the income statement. We're setting one item to 100%, and we're going to state all the rest in terms of that. So when we're doing it on the income statement, we are going to set net sales is going to be 100%. Okay, for each year, that's going to be 100%. And then we're going to say, well, what percent of net sales is supplies expense? So we would go 1,000 supplies expense divided by 30,000 net sales would give us 3%. Well, what percent is salary expense? Well, we go 13,000 divided by net sales, and we would get 43%. Okay, and we would do that all the way down. And if you're looking at the notes, you can see I kind of did that. This comes out to 17%, and then your total expenses are 63% of your sales, because you're going the 19 divided by 30. You're basically dividing every number here by the 30,000 net income. When you're doing 2014, it's 25,000, so you'd be going the 700 divided by 25,000 net income, and you would get 40%. Whoops, no you wouldn't. You would get 3%. It's still 3%. Salary expense would be 40%, and this would be 20%. Okay, and so in doing this, and then you can compare your net income, it's 37%, and it comes out to actually 37% here as well. So when you're looking at this, and I'll do this more when we do the examples, you're picking the net income, net sales rather, and that is 100%, and you're basically dividing everything else by that number for each year. The only complication you get into here is that you're talking about net sales is 100%. Okay, so if you have sales revenue, then less sales returns and allowances and sales discounts, net sales is the number that's going to be 100%. So you might have sales revenue of 40,000, but then you've got sales discounts of 1,000, and you've got your sales returns and allowances of 9,000, and that might be how you get down to your 30,000 net sales. And it's this that is 100%. And if you're doing these out, this ends up being 133% of net sales, and then this is minus 3%, and that is minus 30%. Okay? So this net sales, and I don't think too much of your homework does it, but it may be some of it. Okay, so that's your vertical analysis on the income statement. Let's look at vertical analysis on the balance sheet, which is over on the right-hand side here. And I only did 1 year because I think that's all you'll really need to see. Here, we're going to set total assets at 100%. So we're going to divide everything else by total assets. So we would go 200 divided by 2,500 would give us 8%. 600 divided by 2,500, 24%. Okay, 700 divided by this, okay, the 2,500, and so forth. You would do this for each item on your balance sheet. Okay. Now, the complication comes when you get down to liabilities and stockholders' equity. You're dividing everything by total assets. You know that assets equals your liabilities plus your stockholders' equity. So you're dividing by this number. You don't divide by any of these subtotals when you get down to the liabilities and stockholders' equity section. You're going 500 divided by 2,500. Okay, so you're getting 20% there. You're going 1,000 divided by, and you would do that all the way down. So that's how mechanically how the vertical analysis works for both the income statement and the balance sheet. Just keep in mind it's net sales that's 100% on the income statement, and total assets on the balance sheet. Okay, so then I'll go on and do some examples of these and maybe they'll start to make more sense.